Hey everybody, welcome to the What's Happening in the Chaska Middle School West Band Department. This is Eric Songer with you, and this is for the week in February 23rd, 2019. And boy, things are just being really fun and busy right now at Chaska Middle School West. As I speak, we have 7 students over at Mankato West High School today performing with the South Central MBDA Honor Band. MBDA is the Minnesota Band Directors Association, and the 7 students performing down there. We have 6 8th graders. We have Jennifer Mang on flute, Anna Holk on oboe, Max Bryan on bassoon, and then we have 2 clarinet players, Hope Greer and Audrey Armstrong, bass clarinetist Abby Owusu, and then we have a 7th grade French horn player, Sabrina Olson. So congrats to all those kids. They'll be performing at 2 p.m. today at Mankato West High School, so we're really excited that they are participating in that. This has been a really fun week. We had a wonderful tour with our 6th graders on Friday, February 22nd. We went to 3 elementary schools, the 3 elementary schools that feed CMSW, and that would be Clover Ridge Elementary, La Academia Elementary, and Bluff Creek Elementary. And then we also stopped for lunch over at the Culvers and Qdoba area, and we just had a blast. All 6th grade bands played together, all 3 of our bands, for the first time ever this year. And actually the first time we've had 3 6th grade bands since we went to 3 middle schools over 10 years ago. So pretty fun experience for many of our 6th graders. It was their first band tour experience, so we talked about how it was not only a chance to perform for your former teachers and neighbors and siblings at the elementary school, but also a chance to learn how to work together, setting up and taking down, riding on the bus, going out for lunch, and that's what musicians do. Performing is obviously our number one thing, but it's also about being kind and professional in all the other aspects on a tour. So that was a really sweet experience for them, and I'm very proud of them. They did a wonderful job. So that was really cool. Congratulations to the 6th grade band members. So we have a lot of really cool things coming up here as we approach the last week of February and get into March. And before I talk about that stuff, just a couple of things related to grades and band lessons and the regular routine at our school. So there are a few students that still need to get in their playing tests from first semester. If that's you, make sure that you're getting on top of that. And then looking ahead to second semester playing test at the end of this semester, every student in grades 6 through 8 is choosing a solo to perform. The solo is out of your Festival Solos book, and for 8th graders it's called the Classic Festival Solos book. And you can choose any solo you want out of those 3 books, or out of that book, and perform it or record it at the end of the semester. And if you want an extends grade, if you're a woodwind or brass player, you are to play that song with the accompaniment. Now in the 6th and 7th grade books, there's a CD that is in the book that you can play along with. For the 8th graders, we'll have to get you that accompaniment. It's on the Smart Music program. It's also on Smart Music for 6th and 7th graders too. So let us know if you want to go for the extends, and we can make sure that you understand how that works. And we'll be talking about that in band lessons too. For percussionists, you need to choose for an extends not just 1 solo, but 2, one on bells and 1 on snare drum. Otherwise, you just choose 1 on one or the other. So you're going to make that decision if you want to go for the extends, and then you have to play 2, a bell solo and a snare drum solo. So that's how the playing test works. So as far as grades, make sure that you're working on that. Another thing that we are trying to get back into the routine of doing is our band lessons. We've had a very crazy schedule, obviously with the weather mainly affecting that lately, but also the Pennies for Patients drive and late start days for professional development. So we've had some weird schedules the last almost the whole month of February, really. So hopefully the snow will be subsiding a little bit, give us a little bit of break so we can get back into a regular routine. And the main thing that we're trying to get back on schedule is the wind ensembles, because we haven't had a lot of block days lately to have those wind groups meet. So this week, and we actually started this on Thursday this past week, we're trying to meet with every wind ensemble during either band or during advisory, and we're going to be doing that Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So be keeping an eye on the remind text that I send out. Also be keeping an eye on the beginning of band when we go through the lesson schedule. And actually, I wasn't very prepared here when I started this podcast, but I can pull up the win schedule here that we have planned out for all of you wonderful people. So give me just a second here to get that pulled up. So this is high excitement podcasting right here going on. So my apologies as we go through that. Okay. So here we go. So the win time makeups for this week. And again, I tried to plan these so that the A and B day people, you wouldn't have to miss a class as much as possible, but I couldn't do that completely. So on Monday during 7th grade 8A band, MZPKE is going to have their lesson. And then during Advisory Monday, Destiny's 5 along with Will Wentink and Gordy Moline. And then during 8th grade 8A band on Monday, Bring the Beat In. So that's when we want to meet with those groups. Then on Tuesday this week, we want to see during 7th grade B-Day band, Varun 5. And then during Advisory on Tuesday, just a bunch of 7th graders group. And then during 8th grade B-Day band on Tuesday, Onse. And then on Wednesday, during 7th grade B-Day band, the Treblemakers. During 8th grade A-Day band on Wednesday, Rare But Serious Side Effects. And during 8th grade B-Day band on Wednesday, Rose and Quartz. Now, in order to do that, we're not going to be able to have band lessons for all the different instruments this week. We'll do some of those. 6th grade, we'll be able to do them for all 6th grade. But just keep that in mind as we try to make up these wind ensemble lessons. We will keep doing the bonus lessons too. Those have been going really well. We didn't have school this past Monday because of President's Day, so we weren't able to do guitar and piano and music technology and form outs, but those will all return this Monday. And we also, because of the 6th grade tour, will have the return on Friday of improv and songwriting and the first year groups and the 6th grade percussion ensemble. So we'll get all those rolling again. So anyway, so that's kind of just some of the routine stuff and the logistic stuff. And there's also going to be a couple new band pieces this week. One I just got done arranging, and then a couple ones I just picked out that we'll be handing out. Every grade's going to have 1 or 2 new songs this week. So looking forward to doing some new music with you too. So, all right, upcoming events. So a really busy time continues and lots of fun stuff coming up. So this weekend, as we just this past last night, went and saw Shrek, the middle school musical at Chan High School. It was amazing. Congrats to all the students involved in that, and Mr. Johnson, the director. What a terrific show, and especially impressive with all the rehearsals you lost this month due to weather. You guys stepped it up, and it was wonderful. So if you haven't had a chance to see it, it's happening again this weekend, Saturday at 2 and 7 p.m., and then Sunday at 2 p.m. at the Chanhassen High School Theater. $5 tickets at the door, and it's just a wonderful show. So I hope you can make it out. This Monday night, we have a fundraiser meeting for our mattress sale, and parents, you are all invited to come on out. It's at 6:30 p.m. until 7 at Chaska Middle School West in the band room. And for every parent that comes, we actually make money for our fundraiser just by showing up. You don't have to sell anything. So if just coming out and getting information on how the sale works, that would be great. If you're available this Monday night, 6:30 to 7. If you aren't available and want more information on the mattress sale, I'll continue to be sending out that info as well. The mattress sale itself will happen on Sunday, March 17th, St. Patty's Day, in the CMSW large gym from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. They're going to turn our gym into a mattress showroom, and you can come and check out different mattresses, different brands, different sizes, and if you decide you want to buy one, they will deliver it to you. So the way that students can actually make money for fraying the cost of their Eau Claire band trip, whether that's this year or in years to come for 6th and 7th grade, or for the kids going to the Chicago Garage Band trip, the way that you can make money is by simply, if you know somebody who wants a mattress, tell them when they go, and if they buy one, just say that you referred them, and then you will get money for that. You don't have to go door to door. You don't have to fill out any forms. They just refer you, or they say that you referred them to the sale. So that's how that works. So that's pretty sweet. And I'll be sending out another email here this week, and then on Monday you can get a yard sign and get some other information that you can then email out or share on social media to let your friends, neighbors, family know about the mattress sale. Also this week on Wednesday, huge cool event coming up at 7 p.m. Chaska High School, University of Wisconsin Eau Claire Jazz 1, along with the Minnesota Youth Jazz Band's top band, will be performing at Chaska High School in their auditorium from 7 to 8:30. It's free. Chaska High School Jazz 1 will also be performing. It's going to be a really cool night of music. So we really, really are hoping that you can come out if you have that night available, especially if you're a parent or student. Jazz band, if you enjoyed that Grace Kelly concert earlier this month, this is going to be right up there with that level of performance and musicianship. So we're really excited to have Eau Claire Jazz One and Minnesota Youth Jazz Bands coming to our district to perform for us. So come on out this Wednesday night from 7 to 8:30, free admission, Chaska High School Auditorium. Also, coming up this weekend, we have some really cool things, two really cool things. On March 2nd, we have our jazz ensemble trip to the University of Minnesota for the 7th and 8th grade jazz bands at West. Both bands will be performing, the 8th grade band at 10 o'clock in the morning and the 7th grade band at 11 o'clock in the morning at the University of Minnesota's Ted Mann Concert Hall. And we'll be meeting Saturday morning, the kids, at 8 a.m. at Chaska Middle School West, and we'll take the bus down there and we will warm up before our performance and get a clinic after our performance, and then to get a chance to watch 3 or 4 other bands, including Chaska Middle School East, and also I think we might get to see Pioneer Ridge. They're kind of sandwiched in between our times, so we'll see if we'll actually get to see them. And some other schools as well we'll get to see. And we'll eat lunch right on campus, so the kids need to bring $10.75 for lunch at the cafeteria. I believe it's an all-you-can-eat buffet lunch, and they only take cash. You don't have to bring exact change, but checks and credit cards won't work. So make sure you send your child with at least $10.75. And then after we're done at the U, which will be at around 1:45 or so, we're going to head over to Sky Zone in Edina and do some jumping around there at Sky Zone. Very fun place to hang out and just do some team building. So that will be then, we'll get to Sky Zone probably around 2:30ish, and we'll jump till about 4, and then we'll head on back to Middle School West, getting back around 4:30. So have a ride ready to go right around that time. And also make sure that the kids, you have a change of clothes, because we want you to wear dark pants and then a solid colored shirt for the performance, but then you're going to want to change into something that you can jump around in at Sky Zone. So do that. Obviously bring your music and your instrument as well, and the money again for lunch would be super cool. So that's on Saturday, March 2nd. Really looking forward to that. That same day, we have 7 students going down to Decorah, Iowa to participate in the Tri-State Honor Band at Decorah High School in Iowa. And huge congratulations to those kids. Abby Owusu on bass clarinet in 8th grade. And then a lot of 7th graders going down. We have Olivia Howman on flute, Caitlin O'Donnell on clarinet. We have 2 trumpet players, Lily Oz and Karina Coppersmith. And then Roisin Curley on trombone and Josiah Faber on percussion. So congratulations to all those kids who will be performing down in Decorah. They'll rehearse all day and then do a concert at, I believe it's at 6 p.m. down at Decorah High School. So congratulations. Looking ahead to the following week, we have 2 other big events, plus a new ensemble starting. On Monday, March 4th, our rhythm section is going to the Garage in Burnsville to do a 3-hour recording session. Keep in mind, Monday is a workshop day for teachers. It's a no school day for students. So the rhythm section kids will need to meet at 8 a.m. at Chaska Middle School West. They'll need to get a ride there because there'll be no busing. And then we will take a bus to the Garage, and then we'll go out for lunch. So we're going to do the recording session from about 9:30 to 12:30, and then we'll hit lunch somewhere. We're going to make a decision on where we're going to go at our rehearsal this week, and then we'll get back to Middle School West at about 3, so you'll need a ride at 3. And then another big event that week, Friday, March 8th, is our Wind Ensemble trip to Mall of America, and all of our wind groups will be performing between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. that day on the first level of Mall of America on the northeast corner of the mall. And we really need more parent chaperones for that trip. So if your child's going on that trip and you're available, that would be great. You don't have to ride the bus. If you don't want to, you can, but you can drive down there if you'd like and meet us down there. I basically want all the kids to have a parent chaperone with them when they're hanging out at the mall and not performing just for safety reasons. So if you're a parent, love to hear from you if you're available for doing that on Friday, March 8th. What else? What else? What else? So we need permission slips back for all three of those events: the Jazz Festival on March 2nd, and the Rhythm Section Recording Studio trip on March 4th, and the Wind Ensemble trip on March 8th. So if you need a permission slip, they're on Google Classroom. You can also get them in the band room. Also on Friday, March 8th, we have a really cool ensemble starting up. It's called our Pop Ensemble. It's like a garage band, country band class, but we do all current pop music from the last 2 years or so, whether that's pop or hip hop or dance, R&B. So a lot of cool styles of music. And we need people who sing or rap or play guitar or piano or drum set, bass guitar, and also maybe are interested in music technology and creating tracks for the band to play along with. So, and that group's going to meet on Fridays after school from March 8th through May 24th. And that group will perform at the Taste of Chaska I believe the date is May 8th. It's a Wednesday, and it's outside down at the park in downtown Chaska, Center Square Park by the gazebo. So you can sign up for that group through Community Ed, www.ceforall.org, and you don't have to audition, but we do ask that you have experience on those instruments or singing or rapping, because we're not going to be teaching like basics on those instruments. We'll obviously be helping you improve your technique, but we'd really like you to walk in with at least a year experience on those instruments or singing. So that's Pop Ensemble starting up on March 8th. And while I'm talking about new groups, this is still 3 weeks away, but March 11th, we have our mariachi band starting, and it meets on Mondays in March, April, and the first week of May after school. And that group, you don't need any experience, although we'd love to have some kids who have a little experience on instruments like guitar, trumpet, violin, viola, cello, and singing. But if you want to join and you don't have experience on one of those mariachi instruments, we'll teach you a little guitar, teach you a little singing, and we always end the mariachi season by going and performing at Reyes Teca Restaurant in Chanhassen on that last Monday. I believe it's May 6th, right around Cinco de Mayo. So that'll be a really cool performance to do. So anyway, super cool things coming up. And by the way, you can register for a mariachi band at www.ceforall.org also. So you can go take care of that. Some other things coming up this week. We have our regular DJs down in the cafeteria. We have after school classes. We have 6th grade jazz band meeting on Tuesday. After school, we have the rhythm section meeting before school on Thursday. Jazz 7-8 will meet after school on Thursday. And we're going till 5 o'clock this week to kind of help make up for some of those days that we weren't able to have jazz band. We have parent-teacher conferences this week after school on Tuesday. So lots of cool things coming up here at Chaska Middle School West. If you have any questions, you can always feel free to email me at songere@district112.org or Ms. Zeidel at zeidelm, that's ZEIDELM, at district112.org. You can also check out our Google Classroom for information like lesson schedules, permission slips, upcoming events. You can also follow us on Twitter at CMSW Band or at Songer Studio. You can also now, we have a new Facebook and Instagram site if you go to Chaska Middle School West Music. And by the way, we're having a logo competition. If you have a logo you want to design, it's due on Monday of this week. So make sure you get that logo to us. It can be hand-drawn, it can be computer-generated, however you want to do it. So make sure you get that to us if you're interested in having the logo for our new social media presence. And go ahead and like those pages too if you're a Facebook or Instagram user. And what else? What else? Oh, it reminds me of something else too. We also this week are selling bracelets for Mrs. Ford's family, trying to raise some more money for her family. If you're interested in getting one of those bracelets, they're teal and it says for Ford and hashtag Team Gina. You can bring in $2 and we'll get you a bracelet. So just do that by the end of this next week. What else? Following us, you're on my YouTube channel, Mr. Songer's channel, so you can get a lot of information here, including these extremely cool podcasts that I'm doing right now. And you can also get text reminds if you send the message at symbol 18band6 or at 18band7 or at 18band8 to the number 81010. All right, so there you go. So many cool things happening. Congratulations to all of our students on doing so many wonderful things. By the way, we also had a really fun end of the year garage band, country band party this past Friday. It was a great season. I'm so proud of you guys on doing a wonderful job. Going to miss working with you every Friday after school. Huge shout out to our 4 8th graders that were 3-year Garage Band Country Band members, did it all 3 years. Lacey Dulkey, Emily Peterson, Max Bryan, and Reed Gazinski. And all of you were just fantastic. So we're looking forward to those of you doing Pop Ensemble here starting up in a couple weeks, and also those of you going on the Chicago trip in May and getting rehearsals started for that. And don't forget, we'll have Country Band and Garage Band again in the summer. And so we'd love to have you be part of that. And 8th graders, don't forget about our high school program that you can be part of as you go into high school next year. So, all right, I'm going to stop talking. We're at the 20-minute mark. Have a great day, everybody.